To sparkle like a sun, first consume like a sun. We shouldn't surrender and we shouldn't permit the issue to overcome us. Little point is a wrongdoing, have extraordinary point. Fight constantly until you show up at your ordained spot, that is, the novel you. Have a point throughout everyday life, persistently get information, buckle down, and have determination to understand the incredible life. God, our Maker, has put away inside our psyches and characters, incredible likely strength and capacity. Petitioning heaven helps us tap and foster these powers. Where there is honesty in the heart, there is excellence in the person. At the point when there is magnificence in the person, there is amicability in the home. At the point when there is concordance in the home, there is organization in the country. At the point when there is structure in the country, there is harmony on the planet. My message, particularly to youngsters, is to have mental fortitude to think in an unexpected way, boldness to concoct, to venture to every part of the neglected way, mental fortitude to find the unthinkable and to vanquish the issues and succeed. These are extraordinary characteristics that they should make progress toward. This is my message to the youngsters. The bird is fueled by its own life, and by its inspiration. Composing is my affection. On the off chance that you love something, you carve out a great deal of opportunity. I compose for 2 hours every day, normally beginning at 12 p.m., now and again, I start at 11. Do we not understand that dignity accompanies independence? Where do the disasters like debasement emerge from? It comes from the ceaseless eagerness. The battle for debasement-free moral society should be battled against this eagerness and supplant it with what might I at any point give soul. For what reason would we say we are, as a country, so fixated on unfamiliar things? Is it a tradition of our pilgrim years? We need unfamiliar TVs. We need unfamiliar shirts. We need unfamiliar innovation. Why this fixation on everything imported? Genuine instruction improves the poise of a person and expands their sense of pride. If by some stroke of good luck the genuine feeling of training could be acknowledged by every person and conveyed forward in each field of human action, the world will be such a lot of a superior spot to live in. Broad utilization of anti-infection agents advances the spread of antitoxin opposition. Savvy utilization of antitoxins is the way to controlling its spread. Check the sky out. We are in good company. The entire universe is amicable to us and plots just to give the best to the people who dream and work. You need to dream before your fantasies can materialize. To prevail in your main goal, you should have determined dedication to your objective. Educating is an exceptionally honorable calling that shapes the person, type, and eventual fate of a person. Assuming individuals recollect me as a decent instructor, that will be the greatest distinction for me. In the event that we are not free, nobody will regard us. The young should be empowered to become work generators from work searchers. War is never an enduring answer for any issue. One of the vital qualities of an understudy is to address. Allow the understudies to seek clarification on pressing issues. I was ready to acknowledge what I was unable to change. Incredible instructors exude out of information, enthusiasm and empathy. Be more devoted to making strong accomplishments than in pursuing quick yet engineered joy. No religion has commanded killing others as a necessity for its food or advancement. Allow us to forfeit our today so our youngsters can have a superior tomorrow. Man needs his troubles since they are important to appreciate achievement. Greatness is a persistent interaction and not a mishap. The reason for instruction is to make great people with ability and mastery. Illuminated people can be made by educators. Life is a troublesome game. You can win it simply by holding your inheritance to be an individual. God assists just individuals who with really buckling down. That guideline is extremely clear. A. Moving to the top requests strength, whether it is to the highest point of Mount Everest or to the highest point of your vocation. Except if India confronts the world, nobody will regard us. In this world, dread has no spot. Just strength regards strength. Imagination is the way to outcome later on, and essential schooling is where educators can acquire innovativeness youngsters at that level. In a majority-rule government, the prosperity, uniqueness and satisfaction of each and every resident is significant for the general flourishing, harmony and bliss of the country. No authorization can remain against touched-off minds. Where there is honorableness in the heart, there is agreement in the house. When there is congruity in the house, there is organization in the country. When there is structure in the country, there is harmony on the planet. Educationists ought to construct the limits of the soul of request, imagination, innovative and moral authority among understudies and become their good example. What is legislative issues? Political framework is equivalent to improvement legislative issues in addition to political governmental issues. For my purposes, there are two kinds of individuals, the youthful and the accomplished. I solidly accept that except if one has tasted the unpleasant reality of disappointment, one can't yearn enough for progress. In the event that a nation is to be sans debasement and turned into a country of lovely personalities, I firmly feel there are three key cultural individuals who can have an effect. They are the dad, the mother and the instructor. In the event that four things are followed, having an extraordinary point, procuring information, difficult work, and tirelessness, then anything can be accomplished. Science is a delightful gift to humankind, we shouldn't misshape it. To become exceptional, the test is to take on the hardest conflict which anybody can envision until you arrive at your objective. Allow me to characterize a pioneer. He should have vision and enthusiasm, and not fear any issue. All things considered, he ought to know how to overcome it. Above all, he should work with trustworthiness. Incredible dreams of extraordinary visionaries are constantly risen above. Verse comes from the most elevated bliss or the most profound distress. At the point when we tackle hindrances, we find stowed away saves of fortitude and strength we didn't realize we had. Furthermore, it is just when we are confronted with disappointment do we understand that these assets were generally there inside us. We just have to track down them and continue on with our own personal business. Close to half of the number of inhabitants on the planet lives in rustic districts and for the most part in a condition of neediness. Such imbalances in human improvement have been one of the essential purposes behind agitation and, in certain areas of the planet, even brutality. Countries comprise of individuals. What's more, with their work, a country can achieve all it might at any point care about. An educator ought to have an inventive brain. Building limit breaks down contrasts. It resolves disparities. As far as I might be concerned, a negative encounter can't really exist.